Scene 2, a room in the Garter Inn. Enter Falstaff and Pistol. I will not lend thee a penny.
Why then the world's mine oyster, which I shall with sword will open. I will retort the sum in equipage.
Not a penny. I have been content, sir. You should lay my countenance upon. I have grated upon my good friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coachfellow Nym, or else you had looked through the grate like a gemony of baboons. I am damned in hell for swearing to gentlemen, my friends. You were good soldiers and tall fellows, and when Mistress Bridget lost the handle of her fan, I took it upon mine honour their heads did not.
Didst thou not share? Hast thou not 15 pence?
Reason, you rogue, reason! Thinkest thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? As a word, hang no more about me. I'm no gibbet for you. Go! A short knife and a throng. To your manor of picked hatch, go! You'll not bear a letter for me, you rogue. You'd stand upon your honour. Who are you, unconfinable baseness? It is as much as I can do to keep the terms of my honour precise. I myself sometimes, leaving the fear of God on the left hand and hiding my honour in my necessity, am fain to shuffle, to hedge and to lurch, and yet you, rogue, will ensconce your rags, your catamountain looks, your red lattice phrases, and your bold beating oaths under the shelter of your honour. You will not do it, you!
I do relent. What wouldst thou more of man?
Sir, here's a woman would speak with you.
Let her approach.
Give your worship good morrow.
Good morrow, good wife.
Not so, and please your worship.
Good maid, then.
I'll be sworn, as my mother was, the first hour I was born.
I do believe the swearer. What with me?
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
2,000, fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe thee the hearing.
There is one Mistress Ford, sir. I pray come a little nearer this ways. I myself dwell with Master Dr. Caius.
Well, on, Mistress Ford, you say?
Your worship says very true. I pray your worship come a little nearer these ways.
I warrant thee, nobody hears. Mine own people, mine own people.
Are they so? God bless them and make them his servants.
Well, Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, sir, she's a good creature, Lord. Lord, your worship's a wanton. Will heaven forgive you and all of us, I pray.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress Ford.
Mary, this is the very short and the long of it. You have brought her into such a canaries as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all. When the court lay at Windsor, it could never have brought her to such a canary. Yet there has been knights and lords and gentlemen with their coaches. I warrant you, coach after coach, letter after letter, gift after gift, smelling so sweetly, all musk and so rushly. I warrant you, in silk and gold, and in such elegant terms, and in such wine and sugar of the best and the fairest, that would have won any woman's heart. And I warrant you, they could never get an eye wink of her. I had myself 20 angels given me this morning, but I defy all angels in any such sort, as they say, but in the way of honesty. And I warrant you, they could never get her so much as a sip on a cup with the proudest of them all. And yet there has been earls, nay, which is more, pensioners, but I warrant you, all is one with her.
But what says she to me? Be brief, my good she-Mercury.
Mary, she hath received your letter, for the which she thanks you 1,000 times, and she gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth, and then you may come and see the picture, she says, that you wot of Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, the sweet woman leads an ill life with him. He's a very jealousy man, and she leads a very frampole life with him, good heart.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
Why, you say well, but I have another message to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too, and me tell you in your ear, she's as virtuous, a civil, modest wife, and one, I tell you, that will not miss you morning nor evening prayer, as any is in Windsor. Where be the other? And she bade me tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely I think you have charms. La, yes, in truth.
I assure thee, setting the attractions of my good parts aside, I have no other charm.
Blessing on your heart for it.
But I pray thee, tell me this. Has Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That was a jest indeed. They have not so little grace. I hope that there were a trick indeed, but Mistress Page would desire you to send her your little page. Of all loves, her husband has a marvelous affection to the little page, and truly, Master Page is an honest man. Never a wife in Windsor leads a better life than she does. Do what she will, say what she will, take all, pay all, go to bed when she lists, rise when she lists, all is as she will. And truly she deserves, for it there be a kind woman in Windsor, she is one. You must send her your page, no remedy.
Why, I will.
Nay, but do so then, and look you, he may come and go between you both. And in any case have a nay word, that you may know one another's mind, and the boy never need to understand anything, for 'tis not good that children should know any wickedness. Old folks, have discretion, as they say, and know the world.
Very well. Commend me to them both. Here's my purse. I am yet thy debtor. Boy, go along with this woman. This news distracts me.
This punk is one of Cupid's carriers. Clap on more sails, pursue, up with your fights, and give fire. She is my prize, an ocean well them.
Sayest thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Wilt thou, after the expense of so much money, be now a gainer? Good body, I thank thee. Let them say 'tis grossly done, so it be fairly done, no matter.
Sir John, there's one Master Broom below would fain speak with you, and be of...
Broom is good too.
What?
You don't have
Master
Brooke.
Brook.
Mr. Brooke.
With a K.
Brook?
It should be written Brooke in your book.
No, it says Master Broom.
We'll go for Broom.
We'll go for Broom
Brook,
then.
okay. So I'll try to...
Brook.
Brook. Okay, sorry. There's one Master Brook below would speak with you and be acquainted with you, hath sent you worship, and this morning is a draught of such.
Brook is his name?
Aye, sir.
Call him in. Such brooks are welcome to me that o'erflow such liquor. Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, have I encompassed you, go-to? Via!
Bless you, sir.
And you, sir, would you speak with me?
I make bold to press with so little preparation upon you.
You're welcome, what you will. Give us leave, drawer.
Sir, I am a gentleman that has spent much. My name is... says Broom here.
Oh, what addition was that?
Brooke, okay. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Broom, I desire more acquaintance of you.
Well, good Master John, I sue for yours. Not to charge you, for I must let you understand I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are. The which have something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion. For they say, if money go before, always do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Truth, I will have a bag of money here troubles me. If you will help to bear it, Sir John, take all or half, for easing me out of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
Well, I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke, I shall be glad to be your servant.
Okay, sir, I hear you are a scholar. I will be brief with you, and you have been a man long known to me, though I have never known good means to desire to make myself acquainted with you. I shall discover a thing to you, wherein I must very much lay open my own imperfection. But, good Sir John, as you have one eye upon my follies, as you hear them unfolded, turn another into the register of your own, that I may pass with a reproof the easier, sith you yourself know how easy it is to be such an offender.
Very well, proceed.
Well, there is a gentlewoman in this town, and her husband's name is Ford.
What's up?
I have long loved her, and, I protest to you, bestowed much on her, followed her with a doubting observance, and grossed opportunities to meet her, feed every slight occasion that could come but niggardly into the sight of her, not only brought no presents together, but have mostly too many to know what she would have given. Briefly, I have pursued her as love hath pursued me, which hath made on the wings of all occasions, but whatsoever I have merited, either my mind or in my means, indeed, I am sure I have received none, unless experience be a jewel that I have purchased at an infinite rate, and that hath taught me to say this: love is like a shadow flies when substance love pursues, pursuing that flies, and flying what pursues.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never,
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
never.
Of what quality was your love then?
Well, like a fair house built on another ground, so that I may have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
Well, what I have told you is that I have told you all. Some say that though she appeared honest to me, yet in other places she enlargeth me in mirth, that there is shrewd construction made of her. Now, Sir John, here is the health of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, admirable, and discourse of great admittance, authentic is in your pace and person, and generally showed to be for your many warlike, court-like, and learned preparation.
Oh, sir.
Believe it, for you know it. There is money. Spend it more. Only gives me much of your time in exchange of it in being able to, Ford's wife, its art of wooing, wins her in consent to you. If any man may, you may be seen as any.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
Oh, understand my drift. She dwells so securely on the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dares not present itself. She is too bright to be looked against. Now, could I come to her with any detection in my hand, and my desires had instance and argument to commend themselves, I could drive her then from the ward of her purity, her reputation, her marriage vow, and 1,000 other defenses, which are now too strongly in battles against me. What say to you, Sir John?
Master Brooke, I will first make bold with your money. Next, give me your hand. And last, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Oh, good sir!
I say you shall.
Oh, well, want no money, Sir John. You shall want none.
Want no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke, you shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you by her own appointment, even as you came into me, her assistant or go-between parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11, for at that time the jealous rascally knave her husband will be forth. Come you to me at night, you shall know how I speak.
Oh, I am blessed in your acquaintance. Do you know Sir Ford, sir?
Hang him, poor cockly knave, I know him not. Yet I wrong him to call him poor. They say he's jealous woodly knave hath masses of money, for which his wife seems to be to me well favored. I will use her as the key of the cockly rogue's coffer, and here's my harvest home.
I knew you would, Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him.
Hang him, mechanical salt-butter rogue. I will stare him out of his wits. I will awe him with my cudgel. It shall hang like a meteor o'er the cuckold's horns. Master Brooke, thou shalt know I will predominate over the peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come to me soon at night. For the knave, and I will aggravate his style. Thou, Master Brooke, shall know him for knave and cuckold. Come to me soon at night.
What a damned expiatory rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this improvident jealousy? My wife hath said to him, the hour is fixed, the match is made. Would any man have thought this? See the hell of having a false woman. My bed shall be abused, my coffers ransacked, my reputation gnawn at, and I shall not only receive this villainous wrong, but stand under adoption of abominable terms until and by him that this does me wrong. Terms, names. Amenon sounds well. Lucifer, well. Barbizon, well. Yet they are devil's additions, the name of fiends. But cuckold, whittled, cuckold? The devil himself has not such a name. Page is an ass, a secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. I will rather trust a Fleming with my butter, Parson Hugh, the Welshman with my cheese, an Irishman with my aquavitae bottle, or a thief to walk my ambling gelding than my wife with herself. Then she plots, then she ruminates, then she devises, and what they think in their hearts they may effect. They will break their hearts, but they will effect. Heaven be praised by my jealousy. 11 o'clock the hour. I will prevent this, detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. I will about it. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Fie, cuckold, cuckold, cuckold.
Scene 3, a field near Windsor. Enter Dr. Caius and Rugby.
Jack Rugby.
Sir?
What is the clock, Sir Jack?
'Tis past the hour, sir. Sir Hugh promised to meet.
My God, he has saved his soul, that he is no come. Yes, pray his people well, that he is no come. My God, Jack Rugby is dead already, if he come.
He is wise, sir. He knew your worship would kill him if he came.
Oh, by God, the heading is not dead, so as I will kill him, take your rapier, Jack. I will tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot fence.
Villainy, take your rapier.
Forbear. Here's company.
Bless thee, bully doctor.
Save you, Master Dr. Caius.
Now, good master doctor.
Give you more good morals, sir.
That be all you 1, 2, 3, 4 come for.
To see thee fight, to see thee foin, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there, to see thee pass thy punto, thy stock, thy reverse, thy distance, thy montant. Is he dead, my Ethiopian? Is he dead, my Francisco? Ha, bully! What says my Aescupulus, my Galen, my heart of elder? Ha! Is he dead, bully stale? Is he dead?
My God, he is the coward Jack Priest of the world. He is not show his face.
Thou art a Castilian king, Urinal, Hector of Greece, my boy.
I pray you, witness that me have stay 6 or 7, 2, 3 hours to for him, and he is no come.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a curer of souls, and you a curer of bodies. If you should fight, you go against the hair of your professions. Is it not true, Master Page?
Master Swallow, you should have yourself been a great fighter, though now a man of peace.
Bodikins, Master Page, though I now be old and of the peace, if I see a sword out, my finger itches to make one. Though we are justices and doctors and churchmen, Master Page, we have some salt of our youth in us. We are the sons of women, Master Page.
'Tis true, Master Swallow.
It will be found so, Master Page. Master Dr. Caius, I am come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace. You have showed yourself a wise physician, and Sir Hugh has shown himself a wise and patient churchman. You must go with me, Master Doctor.
Pardon, guest justice. A word, Monsieur Mockwater.
Mockwater? What is that?
Mockwater in our English tongue is valor, bully.
Oh, by God, then I will have much Mockwater as the Englishman. Scurvy Jack Dog Priest. By God, we will cut his ears.
He will clapper-claw thee tightly, bully.
Clapper the claw? What is that?
That is, he will make thee amends.
Oh, by God, me do look he shall. Clapper the claw me, for, by God, me will have it.
And I will provoke him to it, or let him wag.
Well, we thank you for that.
And moreover, bully, but first, Master Guest and Master Page, and eke Cavalier Slender, go you through the town to Frogmore.
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. See what humor he is in, and I will bring the doctor about the fields. Will it do well?
We will do it. Adieu, Master Doctor.
Adieu, Master Doctor.
Oh, by God, we'll kill the priest, for he is speak for a jackanapes to Aunt Page.
Let him die. Sheathe thy impatience. Throw cold water on thy collar. Go into the fields with me through Frogmore. I will bring thee where Mistress Anne Page is, at a farmhouse a feasting, and thou shalt woo her. Cried I aye? Said I well?
Oh, my God, me thank you for that. My God, I love you. I shall procure you the good guest, the earl, the knight, the lord, the gentleman, my patience.
For the which I will be thy adversary toward Anne Page. Said I well.
Oh, my God, 'tis good, well said.
Let us wag then.
Ah, come at my heels, Jacques Rugby.
Acre scene 1, a field near Frogmore. Enter Sir Hugh Heavens and Simple.
I pray you now, good Master Slender's serving man, and friend Simple by your name, which way have you looked for Master Caius that calls himself Doctor of Physic?
Marry, sir, the Pity Ward, the Park Ward, every way old Windsor way, and every way but the town way.
I most vehemently desire you will also look that way.
I will, sir.
Please, my soul, how full of colors I am, and trembling of mind. I shall be glad if he have deceived me, how melancholies I am. I will cog his urinals about his knave's custard, and when I have good opportunities for the orc, please, my soul. To shallow rivers, to falls, melodious birds sings and marigolds. There will be make our beds of roses and 1,000 fragments of posies. To shallow Mercy on me. I have great dispositions to cry. Melodious birds sing marigals when I sat in Babylon, and thousand vagrant posies to shallow.
Yonder's coming this way, Sir Hugh.
He's welcome. The shallow rivers who falls, heaven prospers the right. What weapon is he?
No weapon, sir. Here comes my master, Master Shallow, and other gentlemen from Fogmore over to the stile this way.
Pray you give me my ground, or else keep it in your arms.
Now, Master Parson, good morrow, good Sir Hugh. Keep a gamester from the dice and a good student from his book, and it's wonderful.
Sweet and baby.
Save you, good Sir Hugh. Bless you from his mercy's sake, all of you.
What? The sword and the word. Do you study them both, Master Parson?
And wonderful still in your doublet and hose this raw rheumatic day. There's reasons and causes for it. We are come to you to do a good office, Master Parson. Very well, what is it? Yonder is a most reverend gentleman who, belike having received wrong by some person, is at most odds with his own gravity and patience that ever you saw.
I have lived 80 years and upward. I never heard a man of his place, gravity and learning, so wide of his own respect.
What is he? I think you know him, Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician. God's will and his passion of my heart, I had as lief you would tell me of a mess of porridge. Why? He hath no more knowledge in Hippocrates and Galen, and he is a knave besides, a cowardly knave as you would desire to be acquainted withal. I warrant you, he is a man should fight with him.
Oh, sweet and page.
And page.
It appears so by his weapon. Keep them asunder. Here comes Dr. Caius.
Nay, good Master Parson, keep in your weapon.
So do you, good Master Doctor.
Disarm them, and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
I pray you, let me speak a word with your ear. Wherefore will you not meet me?
I pray you use your patience in good time.
Oh, by God, you are the coward, you jackdog, jackape.
I pray you let us not be laughing stocks to other man's humors. I desire you in friendship, and I will one or way or another make you amends. I will call your urinals about your knave's coxcomb for missing your meetings and appointments.
Jack Rugby, mine host Jartier, have I not stayed for him to kill him? Have I not? At the place did I appoint?
As I am Christian soul now, look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be judgment of mine host the Gata.
Peace, I say. Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curser and body curser.
Aye, that is very good. Excellent.
Peace, I say. I hear mine host of the gutter. Am I politic? Am I subtle? Am I a Machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No. He gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No. He gives me the proverbs and the no verbs. Give me thy hand, terrestrial. So give me thy hand, celestial. So boys of art, I have deceived you both. I have directed you to wrong places. Your hearts are mighty, your skins are whole, and let burnt sap be the issue. Come, lay their swords to pawn. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow, follow, follow.
Just me, a mad host. Follow, gentlemen, follow.
Oh,
Oh, sweet and
Quite
page.
sweet and page.
Do I perceive that? Have you make this sort of us?
This is well. He hath made us his vaunting stog, and desire you that we may be friends. Let us no cog our prans together to be revenged on this same skull, scurvy, cogging companion, the host of Gara.
By God, with all my heart. He promised to bring me where he is on the page. By God, he deceived me too.
Well, I will smite his noodles. Pray you, follow.
Scene 2, a street. Enter Mistress Page and Robin.
Nay, keep your way, little gallant. You were born by a follower, but now you're a leader. Whether had you rather lead mine eyes, or I your master's heels?
I had rather, forsooth, go before you like a man than follow him like a dwarf.
Oh, you're a flattering boy. Now I see you will be a courtier.
Well met. Well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye, and as idle as she may hang together for want of company. I think if your husband were dead, you two would marry.
Be sure of that. 2 other husbands.
Where had you this pretty weathercock?
I cannot tell what the dickens his name is my husband had him of. What do you call your knight's name, Sora?
Oh, Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff?
He, I can never hit one's name. There's such a league between my good man and he. Is your wife at home indeed?
Indeed she is.
By your leave, sir, I am sick till I see her.
Has Page any brains? Hath he any eyes? Hath he any thinking? Sure, they sleep, they have no use of them. Why, this boy will carry a letter 20 mile as easy as a cannon will shoot point blank 12 score. He pieces out his wife's inclinations. He gives her folly, motion, and advantage. And now she's going to my wife. She's going to my wife and Falstaff's boy with her. A man may hear this shower sing in the wind. And Falstaff's boy with her. Good plots they are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. Well, I will take him, then torture my wife, pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so-seeming Mistress Page, divulge Page himself for a secure and wilsome Octaean, and to these violent proceedings all my neighbors shall cry aim. The clock shall give me my cue, and my assurance bids me search. There I shall find Falstaff. I shall be rather praised for this man than mocked, for it is as positive as the earth is formed that Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met, Master Ford.
Trust me, a good knot. I have good cheer at home, and I pray you all go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
And so must I, sir. We have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne. And I would not break with her for more money than I'll speak of.
So we've lingered about a match between Anne Page and my cousin Slender, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have, Master Slender. I stand wholly for you, but my wife, Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
Ay, by God, and the ladies, they love me. My nurse quickly tell me so much.
What say you to young Master Fenton? He capers, he dances, he has eyes of youth, he writes verses, he speaks holiday, he smells April and May. He will carry it, he will carry it. 'Tis in his buttons, he will carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. He kept company with the wild prince and Poins. He is of too high a region. He knows too much. No, he shall not knit a knot in this fortunes with the finger of my substance. If he takes her, let him take her simply. The wealth I have waits on my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
Well, I beseech you heartily, if some of you go home with me to dinner. Besides your chair, you shall have sport. I will show you a monster. Master Doctor, You shall go, and so shall you, Master Page, and you, Sir Hugh.
Well, very well. We have the freer wooing at Master Page's.
Go home, Jean de Rugby, I come anon.
Farewell, my hearts. I will to my honest knight Falstaff and drink canary with him.
Well, I think I should drink a pipe wine first with him. I'll make him dance. Will you go, gentles?
See this monster.
Monster.
Scene 3, a room in Ford's house. Enter Mistress Ford and Mistress Page.
What, John? What, Robert?
Quickly, quickly. Is the buck basket?
I warrant, what Robin, I say.
Come, come, come.
Here, set it down.
Give your men the charge. We must be brief.
Mary, as I told you before, John and Robert, be ready here hard by in the brew house. And when I suddenly call you, come forth, and without any pause or staggering, take this basket on your shoulders. That done, tread with it in all haste, and carry it among the Wisters and Datchet Mead, and there empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side.
You will do it?
I have told them over and over, they lack no direction. Be gone, and come when you are called.
Here comes little Robin.
Oh, now, my eyes musket, what news with you?
My master, Sir John, is coming at your back door. Mistress Ford, and requests your company. You little jackalent, have you been true to us? Aye, I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here, and hath threatened to put me into everlasting liberty if I tell you of it, for he swears he'll turn me away. Thou art a good boy. The secrecy of thine shall be a tailor to thee, and shall make thee a new doublet and hose. I'll go hide me.
Do so, go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Page, remember you your cue.
I warrant thee, if I do not act it, hiss me.
Go to then. We'll use this unwholesome humidity, this gross watery pumpion. We'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, now let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate. Mistress Ford, now shall I sin in my wish. I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best Lord. I would make thee my lady.
I, your lady, Sir John? Lest I should be a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. Thou hast the right arch beauty of the brow that becomes the ship Tyre, the Tyre valiant, or any Tyre of Venetian admittance.
A plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else, nor that well neither.
By the Lord, thou art a traitor to say so. Thou wouldst make an absolute courtier, and the firm fixture of thy foot would give an excellent motion to thy gait in a semicircled farthingale. I see what thou wert, if fortune thy foe were not, nature thy friend. Come, thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, there is no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee there's something extraordinary in thee. Come, I cannot cog and say there art this and that, like many of these lisping hawthorn buds that come like women in men's apparel and smell like bucklersberry in simple time. I cannot, but I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou might as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find out.
Keep in that mind, I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you, so you do, or else I could not be in that mind.
Mistress Ford, Mistress Ford, here's Mistress Page at the door, sweating and blowing and looking wildly, and would need speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I'll ensconce me behind the arras.
Pray you, do so. She's a very tattling woman. What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're ashamed. You're overthrown. You're undone forever.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having an honest man to your husband, to give him such cause of suspicion.
What cause of suspicion?
What cause of suspicion? Out upon you. How am I mistaken you?
Why, alas, what's the matter?
Your husband's coming hither, woman, with all the officers in Windsor, to search for a gentleman that he says is here, now in this house, by your consent, to take an ill advantage of his absence. You are undone.
'Tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so, that you have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband's coming, with half of Windsor at his heels to search for such a one. I come before to tell you, if you know yourself clear, why I am glad of it. But if you have a friend here, convey him out. Be not amazed. Call all your senses to you. Defend your reputation, or bid farewell to your good life forever.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril. I had rather than £1,000 he were out of the house.
For shame! Never stand, you had rather, and you had rather, your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some convenience in the house you cannot hide him? Oh, how have you deceived me! Look, here is the basket, that he may be of any reasonable stature. He may creep in here, and throw foul linen upon him as if he were going to bucking. Or, it is waiting time, send him by your 2 men at Datchet-mead.
He's too big to go in there. What shall I do?
Let me see it, let me see it. Oh, let me see it. I'll in. Follow your friend's counsel, I'll in.
What, Sir John Falstaff? Are these your letters, knight?
And help me away, and let me creep in there. I'll never be...
Help to cover your master boy. Call your men. Mistress Ford, you dissembling knight.
What, John? Robert, John! Go take up these clothes here quickly. Where's the cowstaff? Look how you grumble. Carry them to the laundress and Datchet-mead. Quickly, come.
Yes.
Pray you come near. If I suspect without cause, then why make sport at me? And then let me be your jest. I deserve it. How now? Whither bear you this?
Well, to the laundress, forsooth. Now,
Why, what have you to do whither they bear it? You were best meddled with buck-washing.
Buck? I would wash myself with buck. 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 I warrant you, buck. With the season 2, it shall appear. Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I'll tell you my dreams. Here be my keys. Ascend my chambers. Search, seek, find out. I'll warrant we'll unkennel the fox. Let me stop this way first, and so now uncape.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
Ah, true, Master Page. Up, gentlemen, you shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
This is very fantastical humors and jealousies.
By God, it is not the fashion of France. It is no jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Is there not a double excellency in this?
I don't know which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived, or Sir John.
What a taking was he in when your husband asked who was in the basket?
I'm afraid he will have need of washing, so throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
Hang him, dishonest rascal. I would all of the same strain were in the same distress.
I think my husband has some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I will lay a plot to try that, and we will have more tricks with Falstaff. His dissolute disease will scarce obey this medicine.
Shall we send that foolish carrion, Mistress Quickly, to him and excuse his throwing into the water, and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment?
We will do it. Let him be sent for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
I cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged of that he could not compass.
Heard you that?
You use me well, Master Ford, do you?
I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Man,
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be any potty in the house, and in the chambers, and in our coffers, and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment.
Oh, by God, nor I too. There is nobody's.
Fie, Master Ford, you are not ashamed. What spirit, what devil suggests this imagination? I would not hire a distemper in this kind for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
Oh, 'tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer for the pad of conscience. Your wife is as honest as a woman, as I desire among 5,500 too.
Oh, by God, I see 'tis an honest woman. Well, I promised you a dinner. Come, walk in the park. I pray you pardon me. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done this. Come, my wife, come, Mistress Page. I pray you, pardon me. Pray heartily, pardon me.
Let's go in, gentlemen, but trust me, we'll mock him. I do invite you to tomorrow morning to my house to breakfast. After, we'll a birding together. I'll have a fine hawk for the bush. Shall it be so?
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make two in the company.
If there be one or two, I will make the third.
Third?
Pray you go, Master Page.
I pray you now remembers on the lousy knave mine host.
Oh, that is good, by God, with all my heart.
A lousy knave to have his gibs and mockeries.
Scene 4, a room in Page's house. Enter Fenton and Page.
I see I cannot get thy father's love. Therefore no more turn me to him, sweet Nan.
Alas, how then?
Ay, why, thou must be thyself. Oh, doth object I too great of birth, and that my state being galled with my expense, I seek to heal it only by my wealth, by his wealth. And besides these, other bars he lays before me, my riots past, and my wild societies. He tells me 'tis a thing impossible that I should love thee but as a property.
Maybe he tells you true.
No, heaven, no, so speed me with my time to come. Albeit, I will confess, thy father's wealth was the first motive that I wooed thee, and yet wooing thee, I found thee of more value than stamps in gold, or sums in sealed bags, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that I aim at.
Gentle Master Fenton, yet seek my father's love, still seek it, sir. If opportunity and humblest suit cannot attain it, why then hark you hither?
Break that talk, Mistress Quickly, and my kinsman shall speak for himself.
I'll make a shaft or a bolt on it, slid, but is entering.
Be not dismayed.
Ah, no, she shall not dismay me. I care not for that, but I am afeard.
Hark ye, Master Slender would speak a word with you.
I come to him. This is my father's choice. Oh, what a word of vile, ill-favored fault. Looks handsome in the £100 a year.
And how does good Master Fenton? Pray you a word with you.
She's coming to her cause, oh boy, thou hadst a father.
I had a father, Mistress Anne. Oh, my uncle can tell you good jests of him. Pray you, uncle, tell Mistress Anne the jest, and how my father stole 2 geese out of a pen. Good uncle.
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Why, that I do, as well as I love any woman in Gloucestershire.
He will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will, come cotton long tail under the degree of a squire.
He will make you 150 pounds jointure.
Good Master Shallow, let him wood for himself.
Mary, I thank you for it. I thank you for that good comfort. She calls you cause I'll leave you.
Now, Master Slander,
Now, good Mistress Anne.
what is your will?
Oh, my will? Odds heartlings, that's a pretty jest indeed. I never made my will yet. I thank my heaven, and I am not such a sickly creature that I have heaven to praise.
I mean, Master Slander, what would you do with me?
Well, truly for mine own heart, I would little or nothing with you. Your father and my uncle have made motions, and it be my luck. So if not, happy man be his dole. They can tell you how things go better than I can. I may ask your father. Oh, here he comes.
Now, Master Slender, love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? What does Master Fenton here? You wrong me, sir, thus still to haunt my house. I told you, sir, my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient.
Good Master Fenton, come not to my child. I thought it.
She is no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Master Shallow, come, son Slender, in. Knowing my mind, you wrong me, Master Fenton.
Speak to Mistress Page.
Good Mistress Page, for that I love your daughter is such a righteous fashion as I do. Perforce, against all checks, rebukes, and manners, I must advance the colors of my love, and not retire. Let me have your goodwill.
Good mother, do not marry me to yon fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband. That's my master, Master Doctor.
Alas, I have rather be sent quick in the earth and boiled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself, good Master Fenton. I will not be your friend nor enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you, and as I find her, so am I affected. Till then, farewell, sir. She must needs go in. Her father will be angry.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, Nan.
This is my doing now. Nay, said I, will you cast away your child on a fool and a physician? Look on Master Fenton. This is my doing.
I thank thee, and I pray thee, once tonight give my sweet Nan this ring. There's for my pains.
Now heaven send thee good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. But yet I would my master had Mistress Anne, or I would Master Slender had her, or in sooth I would Master Fenton had her. I will do what I can for them all. 3. So I have promised, and I'll be as good at my word, especially for Master Fenton. Well, I must have another errand to Sir John Falstaff from my 2 mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it.